Hello, I'm Josh, and I am so pleased to welcome you to the inaugural Upstream conference and the start of the first annual Maintainer Week. The big idea behind Maintainer Week is to give all of us a dedicated time to center open source maintainers, celebrate them, confront the difficult realities that face them in the open source software communities that they lead, and then make meaningful progress on addressing those issues year over year. While I'm thrilled to have worked with my friend Kara Souls at GitHub to seed Maintainer Week, the most exciting thing is that Maintainer Week is bigger than either one of us, or any one of the events that are being held this week. We have invited the community to take ownership of Maintainer Week and run their own maintainer-related events and programming. You can find out more about what's going on this week. I can almost guarantee the first search result you get for a hashtag Maintainer Week query is where you want to go. It's a repo we've all been adding our events to. But I won't leave you hanging. We kick off Maintainer Week today with Upstream and a special episode of the Changelog, a day where we're throwing the mic to maintainers and giving them a soapbox from which to speak to their downstream users, while also hearing from some of the most forward-thinking leaders in open source. Together, they will help us more fully embrace open source and in a manner that uplifts the whole ecosystem, both because it's the right thing to do and it's good for business. Tomorrow and Wednesday, the inimitable Kara Souls is convening GitHub's first ever Maintainer, a gathering of maintainers billed as a group therapy session, with a mix of discussions and sessions with leaders from over a dozen communities, including Python, Rust, Node, Drupal, and WordPress. Thursday, we'll see a panel hosted by FOSS Foundation's working group, a community of leaders from nonprofit foundations that steward some of the world's most popular open source projects, with a discussion aimed at illuminating what foundations do for open source projects and what signals a maintainer should look for that indicates a foundation might be a good fit. Thursday is also slated to be another maintainer spotlight episode of the Changelog with a surprise guest. And then Friday, Fund OSS closes out Maintainer Week with a launch party. It's going to be a full week. And if we're lucky, by the time you're watching this video, even more will have been added. Search for hashtag Maintainer Week to get all the details. All right, now that you're oriented for the week, let's dig into the matter at hand. You are here, or somewhere, tuned into Upstream, and that's partially my fault. My name is Josh Simmons, one of your hosts today and chair of the event, which just means I took the lead on the editorial work, like setting the theme and selecting speakers. By day, I'm the ecosystem strategy lead at Tidelift, a company that works directly with maintainers, paying them to ensure that projects meet enterprise-level security, maintenance, and licensing standards. By night, I'm president of the Open Source Initiative, the 23-year-old nonprofit that convenes the open source ecosystem around a shared understanding of open source licensing. All that is to say, this is a highly opinionated event. We are gathered here with a shared appreciation of open source, and it is my aim that we leave today with a shared understanding and a shared vision. A vision of an open source ecosystem that is inclusive, representative, built on trust, and in which no open source project falls into benign neglect because its maintainer isn't supported, in which every player in the ecosystem, all of us, can thrive. To get there, we need to think more deeply about open source. We need to have difficult conversations, get aligned, and address root causes once and for all. That's what we're going to do here today. Now, before I introduce our keynote speakers, I would like to offer a few useful reminders and a heap of gratitude. First, we wish we were with you in person, but we're just so glad that you're able to join us at all. We've seen how other folks are organizing online conferences, and we've tried to pick and choose what we think works for Upstream. But let's be honest, all of these online conferences are kind of experimental, and Upstream is no different. We hope you will let us know how the format works for you. Every session has been pre-recorded, but it is streamed live with the speakers and panelists alongside you in the live chat. That means you can ask questions of speakers and fellow audience members at any point during the presentation, which we encourage. Now, it's nothing like standing in the hallway outside your favorite conference's expo hall, but we do have a kind of hallway track. It's a combination of text chat with fellow participants, with a live video stream running occasionally throughout the day, featuring your event hosts, moderators, and special guests, including members of the audience. You can also connect with fellow participants by tweeting the hashtag UpstreamOSS and Maintainer Week. I know, as a frequent speaker myself, I always appreciate finishing my talk, then thumbing through Twitter to see what resonated with people. And as someone who is extremely online, I often discover talks I want to watch when other people tweet about them. All of these sessions will be available for viewing online after the fact, in case you pique your colleagues' curiosity. My point, sharing is caring, and make sure to use those hashtags when you do. Okay. Right about now, I can usually sense a restlessness in the audience. This is a recorded video, so it's a bit different. But if I were you, this is about when my mind would start wandering. But stay with me, because I need your help for this part of the welcome. I need your participation in the chat. Please, join me in making the text chat equivalent of a rolling round of applause. Upstream 2021 has been a massive team effort, and we have some people to thank. First and foremost, the team. Thank you to the Mana Team Wrangler herself, Amy Hayes, and the rest of the crew, Shannon King, Andrea Caldwell, Oscar Spencer, and Brenna Heaps. Thank you also to our sponsors, JFrog, Sonatype, The Changelog, and the New Stack. We are endlessly grateful to our supporters, Read the Docs, Ethical Ads, Rundeck by PagerDuty, AWS, Maxitech, and the Python Software Foundation. And a huge round of virtual applause for all 42 of our speakers, moderators, and panelists, without whose time, experience, wisdom, and generosity, we would simply not be here today. We're also grateful to Whitecoat Captioning, who is helping us make Upstream a more accessible experience for everybody. Last, and certainly not least, thank you, the participants. You are the reason we are here. Your participation today and the open source journey you choose to set out on tomorrow is what will make this matter. Because with any luck, when we meet again next year, and yes, there will be an Upstream 2022, we can be solving different problems in pursuit of that shared vision. With that, I'd like to send you off on today's expedition. Starting us off, we'll hear from Donald Fisher, CEO and co-founder of Tidelift, about the motivations behind this event and what we're trying to accomplish together. Then, we'll hear from Dr. Arishi Manjanda, President and CEO of Health Begins, about the meaning of upstream thinking. Throughout the day, a cadre of speakers will dig into a variety of subjects, all adding critical nuance to our understanding of open source, enabling us to be more successful in partnership with every other stakeholder in the ecosystem. Closing us out, we'll have Sarah Novotny, a dear friend and open source wonk at Microsoft, grounding us with a reminder of why many were drawn to the permissionless collaboration offered by open source in the first place. I'm your host, Josh Simmons, and I am so glad you're here. Let's go upstream.